Overshield by drivelab. So we got this entire area prepped up, all good to go. And the front fender and the driver's side door, we have Jimbo's glossboss. Came out really good, for sure. A little sticky, not as easy as I expected it to be to remove it. Wasn't as slick to the touch while I was removing it. So let's see if Overshield's a little bit different. This is a graphene infused setup, and chemically I'm sure they're a little bit different, but they're all ceramic based. So let's try it. Let's put it on this rear door, rear quarter panel, the rear part of the bumper here, and then wipe it off. Give it a little bit of time and then wipe it off. All right, let's go for it. Okay, what's interesting is it doesn't have a, it's just a wide open spout. It doesn't have any drip or anything like that, so let's try it. Let's do it slowly. I did shake it. Wow, okay. Has a little bit of a graphene tint to it. This has a little bit more of an oil slick feel to it. It's amazing how different these coatings can be. It is a little slicker during application. I'm noticing it more when I'm installing it. I'm noticing it like it's really thick. I kind of like it. I really do, actually. It smells similar to the other one. Kind of reminds me of another coating system. I'm trying to remember what. Wow, it goes on thick. I'm really shocked that it doesn't have a one of those spouts. But I guess you don't really need it. You know, if you're careful, you don't spill it. And I'm actually going to try an experiment. I did clean off the rear gate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put Overshield over the cleaned off area without polish, without any of that. I'm going to see how it holds up. I'm going to see how it performs. All right. Wow. I don't see any missed spots. Goes on really thick. So a little bit of lint from the applicator. Not much. Just a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. I'm gonna go back to the instructions and see how long I'm supposed to let it sit. Usually it's like couple minutes to 5 minutes, and then you have to wipe it off. So let's put this applicator pad back and go to the instructions. And you can get to the instructions with the QR code that's back here. So
it's going to start to look a little bit more cloudy and less shiny. That's it drying. But on its way there, it's going to start to rainbow. That's the solvents evaporating. That's called flashing. And then you look out for that drying, which is the cloudy and haziness. So once it's cloudy and hazy, this takes about 3 to 5 minutes. You need to wipe down. So you got to be ready for that.
3 to 5 minutes.
Time each panel like that, or finish one panel, then move on to the next. I'm just wiping away the excess. You barely have to do any work. You really just have to wipe it down. And the trick is you want to, with any coating or like, you know, maybe you learn this with wax, is that you're leveling it out. So you're moving the product so that it's nice and even, and therefore creating a really thin layer that's shiny.
All right, so we're looking for a rainbow effect, and we're also looking to level it off in a little bit. So we'll give it a couple more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and start leveling it off. But it went on so thick that it's going to take a little time for it to rainbow. But I think I'm going to try to level it off in a little bit because it's so thick. And when I say thick, not in viscosity, you know, I mean basically like with the quantity of material that's on the surface. I mean, it is definitely leveling off, and it's looking really, really shiny. Wow. Both of these are impressing me. I mean, glossboss and Overshield. So it's going to be difficult to really kind of identify which one is better. Now, it's on the bumper, it's definitely becoming a little bit more of an oil slick type look. I don't know if you could see that. You might be able to see it. See it? So that's what we want to look for on this entire side. And I haven't seen it anywhere else yet. So, but we'll get there. I think I'm gonna like remove a little bit and about, yeah, it's starting to do it here for sure. Oil slick up in here, bumper. Yeah. Oh, it's oil slick over here. So it is starting to do it. So I'm gonna follow the instructions, wait for it to happen. It's probably absorbing into the paint. Oil slick in here. Yeah, so it's becoming more noticeable. Wow. Yeah, that comes off nice. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Griffin, you did a good job, man. Hopefully this stuff lasts as long as I think it's going to. Wow. Holy cow. All right. Rear bumper's done. It is like glass. Holy cow. Let's try the rear. Wow, it comes off nice and easy. It is slick. Wow. Yeah, holy mackerel. Yeah, Griffin, this is good stuff. For sure. Holy mackerel. It is like glass. It filled in any of the imperfections that I had. And I didn't have many because I polished it and kept this car nice, but damn. All right, let's go to the door. It doesn't take much to kind of wipe this clean. This is actually enjoyable to install. For sure. This is fun. A little bit easier than the glossboss, I have to admit. Glossboss was sticky, heavy. You know, it was a little tough to remove. This is just gliding over. Wow. And I don't know if it's the graphene. I'm not really quite sure. I mean, they're both really, really nice, but incredible. The install for Overshield has a one-up on the glossboss for sure. In terms of slickness, I would say Overshield. In terms of the aesthetic, the gloss, they're both pretty damn close. But I'm gonna give a one-up on an Overshield too, actually. I mean, this is impressive as hell. Wow. I don't know how many more times I'm gonna say it, but holy cow. Yeah, they came out really good. That was good. That was fun to install. All right. I think the edge is on Overshield. Sorry, Jimbo. Jimbo, you got a great product so far. I mean, the install was a little tougher, very glossy, but Overshield's install was definitely a little bit easier. Yours was Jimbo's. Yours was a little bit stickier, a little bit tougher to install, but the gloss is there. Don't get me wrong. Just have to like work with it. Now it's durability. So we'll wait a couple months. I'll wash the car, and we'll compare the hydrophobic characteristics, see how it reacts, and then we'll go from there. So this is a long video. I'm going to split it up into two parts. Probably the first part is the explanation and Jimbo's install, and the second part will be Overshield. And then I'll have another subsequent video for the wash after a couple months, and we'll see how it lasts. So cure time for both of them are essentially the same. Don't wash it, don't get it wet for a week, and then you'll be just fine. So, all right, I'm done. I'm taking a shower. See you later, peace.